It's true. I'm not a very confident person. I'm scared all the time, quite frankly. I once was driving with my nephew, and we had to go across the bridge, and I said, I'm afraid to cross bridges. He said, you are? I said, yes. And so you can imagine I lived in the Bay Area and worked for the San Francisco Chronicle-Examiner, and I had to cross the Bay Bridge every day. And then, of course, when I didn't cross the bridge, I had to take BART, which went Bay Area Rapid Transit, which went underwater. So I was afraid of that, too. And then we were driving in the car across the bridge to go to Seven Sails, one of those parks that you go to. And I said, I'm afraid of rides. He said, you are? You're afraid of rides? I said, yeah, I'm afraid of rides. So I spend a lot of my time being afraid, but it never stops me. I don't have confidence most of the time, but it never stops me. And that's because, I want to live, because I want to give, because I believe in people. I believe in people more than I believe in myself. But believing in people helps me believe in myself. That's one of the great things about the gift of giving to people and helping them have confidence. When you do that, it helps you have confidence. Heather mentioned that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I love that line. My father taught me that line. It's actually from Buddha. And it's so true. In all of our lives, all of us will hear things at different times. We're ready for things at different times. We all have loved ones, husbands, children, sisters, brothers, and we tell them, you know what you need to do? You need to do this. You need to lose 5 pounds. You need to go to school. You need to get a job. You need to do this and that over and over and over again. You need to save money. But the truth is, what I've learned in life is that none of that matters. You can say that 150 times. Like all of you are here today to hear messages, but you won't make any of those changes with all of this great messaging until you're ready. And that's okay, because readiness is everything. Readiness is when you're ready to hear the message. So I'm currently the publisher of the Nanaimo Daily News. I'm the first woman publisher for Nanaimo Daily News in 141 years. Which is astounding, because I just don't think any other women ever applied. Because I don't think they turned down a bunch of women. I was also the first sales manager for the San Francisco Chronicle. There'd never been a woman before. And I also was the first video specialist for Sony in California. And there'd never been a video specialist. I actually was the first woman. And I remember one of the key times of learning, I sat around a table in Palm Springs, and all the Japanese men, and I was blonde at that time, and they said, we want you to wear a little short outfit. And I said, I don't want to wear a little short outfit. I said, of all the male video specialists going to wear a little short outfit? And they said, and all the male video specialists looked at me and they said, we're not going to wear shorts. And I said, I'm not going to wear shorts. Well, it was not really great for my career. You learn sometimes when you're the first woman, maybe you shouldn't try to challenge so hard. But I did. And so even though I don't always have confidence, I seem to always be able to push the envelope. And I think that's a lot because of 3 things that I value very much, and I hold them, and I've learned them. I haven't always had them. And one is resilience. I think resilience is the most important thing anybody can have. You heard from these women here. Many of these women have had horrid things happen to them in their lives, right? And I'm trying to choke back tears. I don't want to start blubbering. But all of them, every single one of them, have resilience. Resilience is the single greatest gift you can have. Like when you get knocked down physically, or abused physically, or a job, or bankruptcy, or your husband decides to leave you, or any of those things, right? Resilience is the key to survival. If you have resilience, you can do anything in your life. You just get up and you go again. And that brings me to the second point. The second most important thing is will. Now, being the publisher of the Nanaimo Daily News, we completely revamped it. I had a team of 25. I had to let people go. I had to redo the newspaper from a broadsheet to a tab. I had to tell advertisers that I was canceling their programs because they weren't for enough money. We were losing money. I literally took every single person and pulled them through a knothole. My subscribers were angry. You know, the announcement came out in the paper that I was the first woman publisher, and this guy said, "You're the worst publisher we've ever had. You're destroying that paper." And I thought, you know, he's right, I am. I'm destroying the paper. What else would they think? It looked horrible. It was 10 pages, had a whole bunch of big ads in it, and it was miserable. And it was a miserable process for me. I think every single day I had tears in my eyes. Like I couldn't fight back the tears. And sometimes I just gave in to them. I just said, oh, well, you know, I'll just go have a pity party by myself for a minute. But the determination and the passion to want that paper to succeed is what brought me back every single time. I got on the phone, I called customers, I went and saw customers. I never hid from whatever anybody was going to say to me. Matter of fact, we had written a horrible letter in the newspaper. We allowed it to publish, and some of you may know it. It was against First Nations. And so I was outbound calling on the phone, and I got Doug White. And so Chief Doug White, this is his father. And I started to say this, Andrea Rosato-Taylor, publisher with the Daily News. And he started laughing. And I thought, well, I don't blame him. I mean, this is pretty. And he said, you know what? He said, it's so refreshing that you would call. Thank you for that. So you never know when you put yourself out there what you will get back. And that's the key in life. So will, to do, resilience, to get back up, and confidence, which some of us have to fight for confidence every single day. The other thing I've learned is that most of us build ourselves from the outside in. We decide to put stuff on us, to go hang out with certain people, to buy certain things. And that is really not the way to build ourselves. We should really build ourselves from inside out. And inside out is so hard to do because that takes all the reflection. And I'm not talking about the gazing in your belly button kind of reflection. I'm talking about digging down in there and finding out who you are. And that's a lifetime. I'm going to be 63 in November. It's a lifetime. And I still don't know who I am. And I'm still working on it every single day. But with real will, resilience, and working on confidence, it will happen. So my ask is that you tell your story, you be proud of yourself, you give a gift of confidence to everybody you come in contact with. I always tell women, you look gorgeous in that. I have no problem telling that. Or man, that's a great shirt on you. Or someone, thank you for doing that. You do that very, very well. That's a gift, and we can give that gift every single day to everybody we can come in contact with. And then I will work, my ask for myself is to build my confidence. Thank you.